Well, what is up, my friends? John here with SoCal Outdoor Adventure. It's great to be back here with you today. In today's video, we are finally going to do a review of the Stanley French press. So stick around. My friends, welcome back. This is John with SoCal Outdoor Adventure. So this is the Stanley French press cook pot, and I have to say, you know what, I had my doubts about this particular cook pot at first, but there's a couple of good things about it, and there is a couple of cons that are kind of misleading about this particular pot here. Now, this is what the pot actually looks like, and basically what comes with it, you get stainless steel container, which does have butterfly handles, of course. You got the French press portion, and it does come with the plastic lid as well as insulated. So the lid is insulated, and it does do a really good job of keeping the heat in when making coffee. So as far as what the specs is concerned, unfortunately I did not write any of that information down, so yeah, that's right. You're seeing me pull up the specs and the specifications on this particular pot here. I know it's ridiculous, but you know, what are you gonna do? Okay, I've got it. Okay, so basically what we got going on here, we've got the Stanley cook pot here. Product dimensions 4.3 inches in diameter by 4.3 inches wide by 7.6 inches in height. Approximate weight of the Stanley cook pot when put all together is about 2 pounds, which I don't think it really is 2 pounds. I do believe it's less than that. Probably, if you put everything together, pound, maybe a pound and a quarter, maybe less than that. So I think that's a little bit inaccurate. And this does hold about 32 ounces of water, so this is a large 32-ounce container that holds 32 ounces worth of water. And it does come with stainless steel butterfly handles, which does make it very easy to pick up and pour. So let's go ahead and start off with the pros and cons list of this particular coffee pot. First off, the pros. First and foremost, when setting this on your portable stove or fire pit, this does a very good job of keeping things nice and hot, making it nice and warm, especially if you're looking to have a nice warm hot cup of coffee in the morning. I mean, this particular unit does a phenomenal job with that. And I actually do like this stove a lot. I actually do like this a lot. It does work out pretty well. Has a little French press, and I've used this a couple of times for both myself and, of course, my wife. As you guys know, I got married a couple of months ago, and we've been very happy. But she's been in a couple of camping adventures with me where I've used this particular pot to make coffee. She's not a huge fan of cowboy coffee, which is a bummer, but that's okay. I love her anyway. Anyway, so with this particular coffee pot in question, it's done a very good job at boiling coffee, boiling water to make my coffee, and I've also used it a couple of times to boil water for foods, for dehydrated meals such as this, for example. I don't usually have a lot of dehydrated meals, but if I'm in a hurry where I don't really feel like cooking, or if I don't feel like cooking something heavy like bacon and eggs, which I always love to do, I'll bring one of these with me. This is a breakfast skillet by Mountain House. Now, let's go ahead. The second pro I like about this, I mean, obviously because of the butterfly handles, it makes it easy to stick in your backpack and put away, especially if you want to use it. So that's pretty much it when it comes to the pros and cons. When it comes to the pros, I think it does a phenomenal job at making coffee, and it does really well. Now, the cons of this system is going to be this. First and foremost, with the French press portion, you can't just leave the French press on top while the coffee is boiling in order to keep the water from steaming, because otherwise this is made of thermoplastic, so the thermoplastic will melt over high heat. But when using it to press down and basically make the coffee, it does a very good job. The lid that goes on top of the press, again, you cannot use it on top. You can use it on top of this, but I wouldn't recommend it because, again, this will heat up and melt and boil over, and you would also lose the gasket. So you definitely don't want to do that. Let's see, what else? If you have a wide mouth butane stove, or if you have a wide mouth propane stove, this is not going to work on something that is a wide mouth stove. And so if you're using, like, say for example, you have a Soda Windmaster, a GSI Pocket Rocket 2, any type of portable stove that sits on a portable gas tank. Hang on one second, I'll show you what I mean. So this is my other cookpot, my other stove that I use every now and then. This is the Stanley. This is a Stan Sports pocket stove, and as you can see, is that right? No, I know why. Okay, there we go. So as you can see here, the stoves is perfectly fine on a portable stove like this, but on a portable gas canister stove. But if you're using a large propane stove, or if you have a large butane stove that has a large footprint, this is not going to work, because I've tried using this on a butane stove and it actually almost falls into and everything just spills out. That's not fun to have. But still. So all in all, what do I think about this? What do I think about the Stanley cookpot? Very minor cons, nothing major, just kind of egging it here back and forth. I do think that this is a good product to have. I do think it's a good product to purchase. If you guys are interested in a French press that is can boil the water and give you some good coffee, I highly recommend the Stanley French press stove. Cons, again, there's no lid to cover the top if you want to boil water quickly, and if you have a large size stove top, so on a butane stove, for example, or even on a propane stove, like a regular propane stove, camp stove, this will fall into on top of the flame, and you don't want that. So, do I recommend it? I do. Is this good for backpacking? Perhaps. But I would recommend bringing with you, if you have one, another cookpot with you to boil your water if you need, in case of needing an extra pot. But all in all, the Stanley cookpot, I think it's a good pot, and I think it'll do the job for anybody just fine, especially if you're a beginner. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel. And as always, guys, when it comes to my video reviews, this is a non-paid review. I purchased everything with my own money. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments below. I'm more than happy to answer them. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Now go outside and have an adventure. Later.